All right. So everybody, welcome to the third MEP office hours for APAC and EMEA. Just to give you an intro of what the MEP office hour does is gives you a live platform to ask your questions about Salesforce or any problems that you've been facing with the MEPs. We have Johan Yu. He's an MEP from Singapore. And Johan, can you introduce yourself?
Hi, Steve. Sorry, I can't hear you earlier.
Sure. Johan, can you just introduce yourself to the crowd?
Oh, hi everyone. My name is Johan. I am based on Singapore. Currently, I work as a system analyst in the MNC on Salesforce. I have worked in like more than 10 years on the Salesforce technology. That's all.
Amazing. So myself, I'm Shiv. I'm a Force.com and Salesforce.com MVP for Groupon, and I helped start the APAC EMEA MVP office hours. So let's get started. We have a very small crowd, so I think we should be able to get this through. Any questions that you want to ask up front that you want to get out of the way? Any questions that was bothering you?
Yeah, Malcolm Healy, I've got one, if I can put it.
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. I've got quite a big driver. So we're a very small company. We have only 4 salespeople. I'm quite keen to get them onto Salesforce 1, not least because it integrates well with New Voice Media, which we have. But what I'm finding is that I don't really want to give at least one of them, I think you know the situation, all that power with his ability to manipulate it just with a flick of a finger. And what I'm seeing is a need for dual profiles, one for the desktop and one for the Salesforce 1 mobile instance. And I just wondered if anybody else was of that persuasion. I haven't seen a request for Salesforce to introduce it, but I wondered if anybody knew if there was any discussion about that.
Sure. Johan, do you have any inputs on that?
Sorry, is this about that you want to limit that only some users can log into Salesforce 1 and some are not?
No, a given user, as I understand our situation, it would be better to give a given user one profile for his desktop access, which is very controlled, and you have to reach over and hit the key and that sort of thing, and a different profile with less options available, perhaps some read-only areas where he's got updates, privileges elsewhere for the mobile. And that's the big thing. I've done the app design course and everything, and spoken to a few people. There are a few people concerned about this. I just wondered if it's on the roadmap to do that, to give a split profile for a single user, one on desktop, one on Salesforce 1.
From my experience, I don't see such a solutions yet.
I just want to add more to that from what Johan said. Currently, as you know, there is no way to do that, and there is an idea exchange for asking for multiple profiles, but I don't think that's going to be something that's possible. The other way, or the only way I see that you can do this, is using Visualforce, but there's no point-and-click way to ensure some parts are read-only when they log in from the desktop and vice versa, and it's available on Salesforce 1. So that's a tricky way, but if it's the only way, or the other way I see, if it's for buttons, you can do something. You can have JavaScript buttons where you can detect if it's from Salesforce 1 or if it's from the desktop, but not for the record. There's no point-and-click way to say, don't show this to this person, or don't give him the edit access if he's logging in from Salesforce 1 currently.
Okay, many thanks. That's well beyond my capabilities to organise, but it's good to know that that's the sort of area to push in. And I'll have a look at that idea and put my name to it, obviously.
Definitely. Yeah.
I can appreciate, it's been a huge project to get it going in the first place. This is perhaps, not ideal. Perhaps you should be able to train people to be able to administer their profile privileges from mobile, but that's certainly not the case in at least one of our users' cases.
Yep. I think it's right now the only way you can solve it easily is through user training. Talk to them to be more responsible with the mobile actions that they take care of. But
yes.
Yeah, I know it's a pain, but hopefully there's a solution in the future.
Yes, I mean, I think the marketing and adoption slides that you see on Salesforce One speak to having the twin profiles, because one of the main thoughts is that it's for the moment, it's people on the move, they want to go straight to just what they want to do on the move, and all of that implies to me, with my bias from knowing my particular user I'm thinking of, implies a different profile. So maybe it's in somebody's mind somewhere, but I appreciate that for the moment it's Visual Force stroke Java, something else anyway. Yeah, thank you.
No problem.
It's really great to have you telling me this, because finding it out around elsewhere would be difficult for me, so I'm very, very much valuing the call.
Amazing. Thank you for joining in. Any other questions? I think we have just Mahesh on the call. Mahesh, do you have any questions?
Not really.
Sure. So today we have a very small crowd, I think, basically because of the holiday season coming in, a lot of people traveling. So Malcolm, Mahesh, if you don't have any questions, I'd like to give back the time of your day.
Fine for me. Thank you very much.
Good. Thank you, Johan, for joining in. Thanks, everybody.
Okay.
Take care now.
Bye. Okay, bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Please stand by.